Hey guys, what's up? So today we're going to be looking at addition and subtraction of algebraic terms. Cool. So we're doing addition and subtraction of algebraic terms, and the method used to add and subtract algebraic terms is as follows. So we're going to follow these rules, guys. First, we find the lowest common multiple of the denominators of the algebraic fractions. We then express each algebraic fraction in terms of its lowest common denominator, right? Then we use the distributive law is then used to remove all brackets in the numerator if there are any. Like terms in the numerator are grouped together and then added and subtracted. Finally, the fraction is reduced in its lowest terms. All right. So let's just do that. Let's do that right away. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to find the lowest common multiple of the denominator, right? So let's just do this question here. Um, cool. So if we find the lowest common multiple of the denominator here, the LCM. The LCM, I usually use the lovely method, guys, which is 3, 5, and 10. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the prime factors. Can 2 go into any of these? Yes, 2 can go into 10, leaving 5. Then we'll carry this down. Can 3 go into any of these? Well, 2 can go into the 10, leaving 5. 3 remains unchanged, and 5 remains unchanged. Now, can 2 go into any of these? No. Can 3 go into any of these? Yes, 3 can go into 3, leaving 1, 5, and 5. Then we have, can 2 go into any of these? No. Can 3 go into any of these? No, but 5 can. So we're going to end up with 1, 1, 1. So the LCM is actually equal to 2 times 3 times 5, which is equal to 30. Cool. So that's what we're going to do here, guys. We're going to draw a line and we're going to put 30 down here. Now 3 goes into 30 10 times, so 10 times x would be the answer there. Then 5 goes into 30 6 times, so this would be plus 6x here. And 10 goes into 30 3 times, so we would have 3x here. So the answer would actually end up with is 19x over 30. And that would be our answer. Okay, guys? So remember, guys, to use the lovely method. I actually call this method the lovely method to find the LCM. Remember that you divide through by the prime factors and you find the LCM by multiplying the three factors, right? Okay, cool. So in this one now, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to find the LCM of the denominator, lowest common multiple of the denominators, and we have x, 3x, and 4x, right? So the first thing we're going to do is divide through by x, and we're going to get 1, 3, and 4, right? Because x can go into all of these. Then we're going to say, okay, can 2 go into any of these? Yes, 2 can go into 4, which would leave 1, 3, and 2. And can 2 go into any of these? Yes, 2 can go into 2, leaving 1, 3, and 2. 1, 3, and 1, because 2 goes into 2, giving you 1. And can 3 go into any of these? Yes, 3 can go into 3, leaving you 1, 1, and 1. And we're supposed to finish at 1, 1, and 1. So the LCM is actually equal to x times 2 times 2 times 3, which is actually 12x. Cool. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to put 12x. X can go into 12x 12 times, so we're going to end up getting 12 times 3, right? Yes, we're going to get 12 times 3 for the numerator here, so it's 12 times 3 plus 3x goes into 12x 4 times, so it's 4 times 4, and 4x goes into 12x 3 times, so this is minus 5 times 3. So I'm going to write the answer up here for B. We're going to get 12 times 3 would actually give us, let me just write it up here, 12 times 3 plus 4 times 4 minus 5 times 3 over 12x. So this should give us 12 times 3 is 36, plus 4 times 4 is 16, minus 15. So we should actually end up with over 12x. So the answer should actually be 37 over 12x, and that's our answer. Cool. All right. Okay, so not hard at all, pretty simple to me. Awesome. So the same thing for this one, guys. We're going to find the LCM. So let's find the LCM here of the denominators, and we have 9pq and we have 15p. So I'm going to draw my little line here, and we're going to use the lovely method. First thing I'm going to do is divide through by p, and I'm going to get 9q and 15. This is a 15 here. Then I'm going to divide through by q, and I'm going to get 9 and 15. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say, can 2 go into any of these? No. Can 3 go into it? Yes. 3 can go into 9, giving me 3. And 3 can go into 15, giving me 5. Then can 2 go into any of these? No. Can 3 go into any of these? Yes. 3 can go into 3, giving me 1 and leaving 5. Then can 2 go into it? No. 3 can't. No. But 5 can. So I'm going to end up getting 1, 1. So my LCM is equal to P times Q times 3 times 3 times 5. Cool. So I'm going to put that here. Let me just draw a neat line. Let me just put a line here. And then I'm going to get 3 times 3 should give me 9, and 9 times 5 should actually give me 45. So I'm going to end up getting 45 PQ as a denominator. Then 9 PQ goes into 45 9 times, of course. Well, no, 9 goes into 45 5 times, actually. Right, 9 goes into 45 5 times, right? 9PQ goes into 45 PQ 5 times, so I'm going to get 7 times 5 here. Plus 15P goes into 45 PQ 3Q times, so I'm going to get 5 times 3Q. And that's the answer, guys. The answer is actually 7 times 5, which is 7 times 5 is actually 35. 35 plus 15Q over 45PQ. And that's the answer. All right, guys. Cool. So let's look at this one now. Right. So let's look at this one right away. We want to find the LCM, of course, for D. We did C, we did B, and we did A. Now we want to find D. It's a little messy, but let's try to do the best we can. So to find the LCM of the denominators, I'm going to use the lovely method again, 3y and 9x. And I am going to divide through by y first. I'm going to get 3 and 9x. And I'm going to divide through by x, and I'm going to get 3 and 9. Then clearly, 2 can't go into 3 and 9, but 3 can. So I'm going to get 1 and 3. And 3 can go into 3 again, giving me 1 and 1. So the LCM, which is the denominator of the question here, it's actually going to be xy times 3, which is 9xy. Then 3y can go into 9x 3x times, so it's actually 5x multiplied by 3x minus 9x can go into 9xy y times, so I'm going to get 4y times y here. Cool. So my answer is actually going to end up being it's actually end up gonna be 15x squared minus 4y squared all over 9xy. Cool. And that's the answer. Okay, that's our answer, guys. Pretty simple. And I think we should do some more questions. Let's do 3 more questions because this was kind of jumbled up a bit here. So I'm going to clear the screen, guys, and we're going to do 3 more questions. Okay. All right, guys. So now we're looking at 4 more examples here. And we're going to work these out. So for the first one here, we'll have 5x minus 3y over 7z. So this 5x is actually over 1, guys. And what we're going to do is to find the LCM, instead of using the lovely method, we're just going to multiply this 7x by this 1. And we're going to end up getting, let's put a line here, 7x. But when we put this 7x times this 1 now, we're going to have 7x, we'll have to cross multiply 7x multiplied by this 5x. So we're going to get 5x multiplied by 7x minus 3y multiplied by 1. So it's 3y multiplied by 1. And we're going to actually end up with the answer being 7 times 5, which should give us 35x minus 3y all over 7x. And that's the answer. Okay, guys? All right, so for the next one here, we see that we're having a bracket from the denominator, from the numerator here. We'll have two brackets. So the first thing we want to do, guys, is we want to open these brackets, okay? So we're going to get 3x plus 12 over 7 minus 4x plus 4 over 5, right? Yes, that's what we want. Then the next thing is we're going to do the same thing like we did before. We're going to draw a denominator, a line for the denominator, and in order to find the LCM, we're just going to multiply the 7 by the 5, and we're going to get 35. And of course, we're going to have to cross multiply this 7 times this 4x plus 4. Remember, it's actually supposed to be negative, so we're actually going to end up with a negative 7 times 4x plus 4. And we're also going to end up with, let me just remove that right there. Right, and we're also going to end up with a positive 5 times 3x plus 12. Cool. So there should be a minus here. There should be a minus in the middle there. Let me just make that minus as clear as possible so we can kind of just get the picture. Cool. So this is what we end up getting after we cross multiply. And then now we can just work it out. We're going to end up getting 15x plus 60 minus 28x minus 28, right? Cool. So we're going to end up getting 32. Well, this is actually over 35. Sorry. This is all over 35. All over 35. So we're actually going to end up getting 32, right? 28 minus 60 gives us this 32. And 15x minus 28 gives us negative 13x all over 35. And that's the answer, guys. We're finished here. Cool? All right, guys. So we're going to move on to G, right? And we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to put it on the 5 times 3. Then we're going to cross multiply, right? So we're going to get 3 times 8m minus 3n minus 5 times 2m minus 5n. And we should actually end up with 24m minus 9n minus 10m plus 25n all over 15. Cool? Right, so that's pretty simple. And when this pans out, guys, let's just put this in the middle here. When this pans out, 10 minus 24m should actually give us 14m. And 25 plus 9n should actually give us plus 16n, right, over 15. And that's our answer. Okay, guys? So we're finished there. And the next one here, we'll have a 1 over 9 times 5 minus x minus 1 over 6 times 4 over 9x. So what we're actually going to do here, guys, is we're going to say 5 minus x over 9 minus 4 plus 9x over 6. So this is actually easier to break down now. It's kind of weird when you have the 1 over 9 and the 1 over 6. Then we can do the same thing. We're going to put a line here, multiply the 9 by the 6 to find the LCM. Then we're going to cross multiply 6 times 5 minus x minus 9 times 4 plus 9x. And we're actually going to end up with 9 times 6 should actually be, if I'm correct, 9 times 6 should be 56, right? Yeah, it should be. Yeah, 9 times 6 should be 54. And then we'll have 6 times 5, which will give us 30, minus 6x. Then we have a negative 9 times 4, which is actually negative 36. And then a negative 9 times 9, which is negative 81x, which is actually really big. So we're going to end up with the answer being negative 6, negative 81x over 54. And if we look carefully, a 3 can actually go into all of these, so we're going to end up with minus 2 minus 29 over 18. Cool? And that should be the answer. Okay, guys? All right, so these seem to be a bit difficult, guys, but you just have to practice these to get used to them. What I would advise that you do is try to do a couple of the practice questions I actually have extra there for you related to this topic. And you should be prepared for the exam if you get anything related to this. Okay, guys? So I'm going to move on now, and I should see you in the next lecture. And thank you so much for your time. All right, guys? That's it. And I'll see you in the next lecture. And remember to do your best, and God will do the rest.